Previously on my YouTube channel.
Before you get married, everybody's going to tell you that the first year of marriage is going to be the worst year of marriage. And I'm going to tell you that unfortunately, at least from my experience, that is true. These are my tips to surviving the first year of marriage. Now, let's talk about enmeshment. Oh my god.
Hey guys, so if you didn't catch the first part of this video, go ahead and click on the link at the top here or in the description box below. Don't forget to subscribe and let's get into it.
Oh my gosh, this was such a big thing for me this year. You see, I'm the type of person that if I have a goal, I'm like this. I will tunnel vision right to get to that goal. I tunnel visioned into being a wife, and that was all I wanted to be, and someone was all that mattered to me. And that is kind of unhealthy. You start to become codependent on the other person, so you kind of lose all of your independence. And for me, that was crazy because I was actually a very independent person before I got married. Having this codependent relationship with my husband was very unhealthy for my mental health. You and your spouse should not be like this. You don't complete each other, because there will be times where one of you guys breaks or something will happen where you kind of need your partner to be supportive of you. But if you guys are like this and the one breaks, then the other one is also broken in half, and so this person cannot support this person. Instead of being a whole circle like this, you guys should be a chain link, because chains are stronger, they're harder to break. And this I learned from my auntie Zenith. So Zenith, hello if you're watching, love you. If the one person breaks, the other person is still a whole circle, and that will be more supportive for this person that's now broken. That's basically the best way that I can explain this. You kind of don't want to be in this enmeshment relationship with your partner where everything revolves around that person. You know, you're nothing without that person. When you are enmeshed with someone, it means that that person has control over your emotions and your happiness, which shouldn't be happening. You are not in control of other people's emotions and other people's happiness, just in the same way that they are not in control of yours. There are going to be times where your spouse isn't happy in the marriage. That shouldn't affect your happiness in any way. You should still be able to, you know, pick yourself up as an individual. If you rely on each other for happiness, it becomes kind of like a tug and pull where your spouse isn't always going to make you happy. You are in charge of your own happiness. Ways to avoid that is to know and remember that you still have other roles besides being a wife or a husband. You are still a son, or you're still a daughter, you're still a friend to someone, you're still a sister or brother to someone. Focus on your other relationships as well. Find friends outside of your marriage. For me, this was something that I had to consciously do, because moving cities, I lost that face-to-face contact with my other friends. So I needed to kind of actively work at making new friends here in PE, which I have, alhamdulillah. Also, another tip is to maybe get a hobby that you can do on your own. Reserve some alone time just for yourself. Remember that you do still have your independence. You are still a whole person without that person, and you guys can still be whole together. You know what I mean? My next tip is to support your partner. Know that your partner's success is also your success, and it's always good to celebrate them for any kind of improvement or successes that they have made. Celebrate them as a person, the person that you fell in love with initially. Always be supportive to your partner, and in the same, they should be supportive to you. You deserve support just as much as you are giving support. It's a two-way street, especially when you guys have an issue and you know that it's really challenging for your partner to work on their issues that they need to work on. And you notice maybe later on he actually does pick up his clothes and put it in that washing basket, even if it's that one time, you know. Celebrate that so that he knows the next time you appreciate his efforts, you appreciate that he is trying to improve and be a better husband towards you. Celebrating your partner, even for the littlest of things, can do wonders for a marriage. If your partner tells you a funny story, laugh at their jokes, just like how you laughed at the jokes before you were married. Reignite that spark all the time. Continue flirting with each other. You do kind of go through phases in your marriage. The honeymoon phase was a thing. We got over into the next phase where you're kind of more comfortable with each other, and some of that romance or that spark kind of fades away, but it's still there, you know. Always remember that Just because you're out of the honeymoon phase doesn't mean the romance goes out of the window, doesn't mean you're not celebrating your partner as much anymore. And that brings me to my next point, which is figuring out what love language your partner expresses in. There are 5 different love languages. There's touch, there's words of affirmation, acts of service, quality time, and gifts. Know that you guys might have very different love languages, and also try to understand the other person's love language. Once you understand what the other person's love language is, it will be easier for you to accept love that they might be giving in their love language, but also for you to kind of show love in the way that they want to be loved, and vice versa. It goes both ways. Sometimes you might feel like you're not getting a lot of love for your partner, and maybe you are getting a lot of love, but it's just not in your love language. Maybe they're expressing love in a different way. So rather be aware of that and accept, you know what, they are showing me love right now, they do love me. Communicate what your love language is as well. You can't expect the other person to read your mind. Don't be afraid to communicate what you need out of your relationship from your partner. Next step is to compromise. Now, a lot of the older generation, I'm sure you've heard it so many times, compromise, compromise, compromise. I got that a lot when I was about to get married,
and I never really understood it, to be honest. They just said compromise, and I was like, okay, what do you mean? What does that mean, right?
You don't love someone expecting something in return. You just love that person, because you want to love them. Although if you are not getting something in return while you are giving a lot of yourself to that person, it may then begin to feel a bit draining, which can be harmful to your relationship. Sometimes you guys might not agree on anything. Sometimes there might be an issue where the one person needs to compromise. When you do try to come to an agreement, it's basically where both parties are happy and satisfied with the outcome. Let's say, for example, you as the wife feel like you are doing all of the housework. A good compromise would be you can either go 50-50 with the housework, or if your partner works and you are staying at home, maybe you can do the housework in the week and then they can do the housework on the weekend. You guys will find what works for you. Be open-minded. Oh my gosh, that is such a good thing. Be open-minded to seeing from the other person's perspective and not only being stuck in your own mind. Maybe that other person has a point and maybe you kind of need to sacrifice a little in order to compromise. Now, following that, this is a very important tip, and it's something you should always remember. Your partner is not your enemy.
Listen to me again, I'll say it again. Your partner is not your enemy.
When you guys have an issue, it is you guys against the issue, not husband against wife. If there is an issue where the husband needs to be held accountable or the wife needs to be held accountable, they need to understand from the other person's perspective that they need to take responsibility in this case, apologize, and find a way of being better for their spouse. Remember, fighting is okay. It's normal as long as you fight in a healthy way that is proactive and productive in communicating to your partner what you might need. If you guys have an issue, you guys need to work together to solve this issue. Your aim at the end of it shouldn't be, I'm right, you're wrong. Your aim at the end of it should be, okay, this is our issue. This is how we're going to solve that issue. Okay, this last one is mostly for the guys in the relationship. That time of the month will come where we are super irritable and we might seem so unreasonable and so unnecessary. Have understanding for us women, okay? Just know that sometimes we do have mood swings, and sometimes that's all they are, You don't need to make it bigger than it is. Show us that you still love us, even though we're kind of being a little moody now.
Because sometimes we'll just think all of a sudden, oh my gosh, she's gonna leave me, I'm the worst,
So try to be more supportive and more understanding to us girls, us women. And when we're having a little bit of a mood swing, just be like,
it's okay babe, I got you. You're just having a mood swing, it's okay, I'm here, it's fine.
In advance, I'm so sorry, but know that the reason why we're going through all of these emotions and having all of these hormones flying around is so that one day we can provide you with a child. So give us a break and just, go with the flow. Know that it's not you. I know that it's very easy for us to make it seem like
it's your fault, everything is you are the worst, you are the bad husband.
But most of the times it's just our brains overthinking. It's just us going through the motions, and it actually at the end of the day has nothing to do with you. So don't take offense to it. We can't help it sometimes. I'm really sorry. Just please just try to be loving towards your wife when she has her mood swings. It's normal and it's okay. That is all I have for you guys today. There's still a lot more that I can learn. At the end of the day, you love your spouse. Everything is gonna be okay, guys. You guys are gonna get through it. If you are starting your first year and it is a bit hectic, or if you do find it a bit challenging, it's supposed to be challenging. It's always gonna be challenging. Remember that Shaitan doesn't want you to be married. So remember, Shaitan might also place thoughts and negative energy into your marriage sometimes to try and get you guys to break apart, but don't give up on each other. Don't give up on marriage. Most days it's gonna be wonderful. It's just beautiful. Just love each other. Love is the answer to everything. Just love and spread the love, and also spread the love by giving this video a thumbs up if you like content like this, and if you would like me to make more content surrounding marriage or self-development, stuff like that, let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see from me in the future. Spread the love by sharing this video with any couples that you know that are about to start their venture on marriage, and also even all the couples that have been married for years could benefit from this video. I hope you guys do benefit from this video. I have a big goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers by the end of next year, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, and also hit that notification bell so that you don't miss an upload. And I will be uploading every Sunday, inshallah. Be kind to your spouse and go and just love them tonight, right now. After this video, go give your spouse a hug and a kiss and tell them that you love them. So with that, I hope to see you again in next Sunday's video. Bye for now. Mwah.